A lot of the trees, nearly all of them, were planted by volunteers from Israel Trees and
Chayalim,
soldiers.
Soldiers.
And the family of soldiers that were killed here defending the kibbutz on the 7th of October.
So literally, where that mountain over there is in the background, so the tanks go at the end of this row of trees. There's another row, so we're right in between, and it takes a while to get there because it's going on sand, like the sand like you would see in the Gulf War, Saudi Arabia, that type of thing. So it's turning, and it's got these big tracks on them, and it was just kicking up dust. So from here all the way, you see, and there was a bunch of tanks coming through at a time. So as they were planting, I saw them coming through. I filmed it. We have a lot of films of trees. This was a very interesting experience.
It was.
So while they were taking care of business in Gaza, as they should, Philip and the crew and the soldiers and whoever else came here, the families, were planting new life. And thanks so much to you guys for helping donate a few hundred of these trees. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai.
Hey!
Od Avinu Chai. Hey!
Od Avinu, Od Avinu,
Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai. Hey!
Od Avinu Chai. Hey! Od Avinu,
Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. One of the greatest Jewish musicians, and not only Jewish, songwriters of all time is Shlomo Carlebach. Maybe you've heard of his name. He literally has thousands of songs.
Rav.
Right, Rav. He traveled all over the world. He loved everybody, Jews, non-Jews, everybody. He has so many stories with the black community in Manhattan. He would just give them money. People that were thrown out of their houses by their parents, and he would pick them up and help them. He helped everybody. He hugged and kissed. The stories of him in jails, of big, criminals, that he gave them a hug, and they said, and big people, and they were crying. They said, Rabbi, can I have another hug? I never got hugged like that in my life. Just unbelievable. Anyway, so of the many thousands of songs that he wrote, one of them is for Sukkot, and we say it during the prayers of Birchat Hamazon, which is after you eat bread. Harachaman hu yakim lanu et Sukkot David hanofalet. The deeper understanding is a sukkah, as you've seen the sukkah, the huts, right? That we eat in. We eat in that for 8 days. And right near Berry, they just built like 20 of them, and they had a festival for the last 2 days saying we're going back to Gaza. So they put up 20 of them, like literally I have photos of it. So the idea is a sukkah is a temporary dwelling. It reminds us of when the Jews left Egypt, so they were in the desert. So what do they have protected them? Usually you have a house or something like that. They had what's called the Ananei HaKavod. Clouds of glory literally protected the Jewish people, like in the desert. There's nothing there. It's like this. It's just dirt and sand. And these Ananei HaKavod, the clouds of glory, protected them. So one of the reasons that we're commanded to do this sukkah is to remind us, just like we didn't have a house then, we left Egypt, leave your house of comfort where you have air conditioning and go sleep in a hut. And one of the beauties, so it reminds us of that, but one of the amazing ideas of the sukkah is very easily blown away, like a wind. Like my brother lives in the Judean mountains south of Jerusalem, in the Gush. Oh, a good wind can blow that thing away. When I was a child living in Rockland County in New York, I remember our neighbor had like one of these like box ones. The wind blew the entire thing down, and me and my brother just picked it up. We were teenagers, and we just brought it back up to them. So it's very easily movable and blown away, but at the same time, it's very easy to put them up.
That's true.
And the idea is that the same way the Jewish people, unfortunately, over thousands of years, are knocked down and fallen down like a sukkah, we can just pick it right back up and reassemble us. And that's the deeper understanding. Yes, I just figured you'd appreciate what the idea is, and I'll be happy to teach you the song. It's very simple. It's like most of Shlomo's songs. Harachaman hu yakim lanu et Sukkot David hanofalet. Try it again. Harachaman hu yakim lanu et Sukkot David hanofalet. Again. Harachaman hu yakim lanu et Sukkot David hanofalet. Now the high part. Harachaman hu yakim lanu et Sukkot David hanofelet. Again. Harachaman hu yakim lanu et Sukkot David hanofelet. Again. Harachaman hu yakim lanu. Now it goes down. Et Sukkot David hanofelet. Harachaman hu yakim lanu et Sukkot David hanofelet. Again. Harachamanu yakim lavanu et Sukkot David hanofelet. Now the high part. Harachaman hu yakim lanu et Sukkot David hanofelet. Harachaman hu yakim lanu et Sukkot David hanofelet. And now you understand what the words mean, and what the meaning of the words is that we fall down and we're going to come back and stand up, and especially now after this massacre, they try to knock us down, and you help plant new trees, new life, and standing back up again. So kol hakavod to you guys. So the Gaza border's right there by those trees. The next time we're going to plant on the other side of that line.
That's what we blew for yesterday at the Nova.
Plant your trees now at IsraelTrees.org.